Uh, Hello and welcome to day 3. My name is Kyle for the Advice Pod. This is my friend Raysean. Raysean, how are you?
I am doing good. Another day of this Xmas journey. Feeling a little holiday spirit.
Yeah, the more we do of these and the less we talk about Christmas, the more I'm into Christmas. Is that weird? Probably doesn't make much sense, does it?
No, I mean, I feel like everyone, since we are older, we're not really like thinking about Christmas because, like, who's really going to give us are the gifts that we want? We got to buy them ourselves. So, I mean, sometimes you got to get your own way to get into the Christmas spirit. I know some people around this time, they like to go give. They want to go around and be a blessing to others. That's how they get their Christmas spirit around. But as an older person for myself, I just like to get through the holidays. These are probably the only times during the months where you get most of the time off and still get paid for. So this is why I love these 2 months of the year.
I hate
I'm
these
not
months of the year.
really imagining what I'm going to get for Christmas. I don't really ask. I don't really care. I really don't like people asking me, like, what are you going to get me for Christmas? Like, shut your grown ass up and
Hell
just be
yeah.
happy to be alive. That's what you should be happy for on Christmas because, like, ugh.
This is why me and you connect, man, because I'm the same way. I think holidays like this are a bunch of bullshit. I hate the idea of having to shop for people. I hate the idea of people having to shop for me. I just, people ask you, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, nothing. I'd wish that Christmas wasn't happening this year. How about that? That'd be nice. Could we fucking take a year off from this nonsense? But no, we can't. Corporate America says no because it'd be bad for business. So you know what we're going to do instead? Keep on the keeping on by reading you some fucking advice posts that you didn't know you wanted and you're going to get advice on anyway because we're here to give it to you. 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a beer and all that. So let's get into this one. It is kind of related to the holiday. This one is from r/no stupid questions. Why did Jesus wait until he was in his 30s before he started doing his Messiah stuff? I love the stance of the question, how it's presented. Before we scroll through some of these comments, because like I don't fucking know, I have my suspicions. Do you have any suspicions as to why Jesus waited until he was 30?
I think he had to wait until he got stronger. You know what I mean? You can't go out into the world just doing these magical things because his haters out there, they would have really been on his ass. He had to wait until he could at least build up at least a little bit of a following and can understand his powers. You know what I mean? Because you got to make sure you know what you're doing before you just show them out to the world. That's my mindset. Like if I started walking on water and shit, I'd be like, oh hell nah, let me hide this from people because this ain't what regular people doing. And I understand how much of haters there are out here. People don't like what they don't understand. You know what I mean?
I do know
And
what you mean. And I think Jesus would agree because that dude had all sorts of haters, except the people who needed something from him. And they'd be like, oh, Jesus, heal me. I have leprosy. Oh, Jesus, help me. My son is blind. Oh, Jesus, help me. I ain't got no bread or wine. And then next thing you know, he's like, here you go. And then they're like, oh, Jesus, you're actually kind of a cool guy. So I've always been fascinated by that part of it. You know, definitely had his haters, but
think
weird how the
about it. I
people who
mean,
benefited
spitting
the
on your
most.
hands,
Yeah, I
rubbing
don't even think
people's
he had to.
eyes.
I don't even think he had to spit on it. I think he just willed it into existence. Put his palms up on the fucking side of the kid's forehead, and it was like, "Blindness be gone." I think that's
Now
how
I
it worked.
swear that's what they say in the Bible. He like spit on his hands and then rubbed it in his eyes, and then like he could see. And
Dude,
I'm like,
Jesus is a freak,
that's a
really?
power within itself. I swear, that's what it
Ooh,
is.
guess you've read more of the Bible than I have. Good for you, man. That sounds gross as hell. Somebody spit in my eyes, I'd be like, "Motherfucker."
But if you wake up and can see, you don't know whether to be mad or be like, God, like
What
what
if I
is?
wasn't? What if I wasn't blind? Just like, here you go.
Could just
This will make your eyes better. It's like my eyes were fine before, now they sting with Jesus spit.
what if it made your face clear? Like it just took like all the acne off or something.
Yeah, it's like a acidic face wash. I was gonna say, I think maybe it's like a midlife. Like, how old were you when you died back then? Like 50, 60? By that
Yeah.
rate, you know, in his 30s, that's basically a midlife crisis. I think Jesus was having a midlife crisis, and all of a sudden,
Hmm.
he was doing all sorts of footloose, wild, and crazy shit just to like get attention from people. He's like, "Hey, what's up, hookers? Watch this." And he's like standing on his head, juggling some fucking plates. I don't know, healing the blind and shit, spitting in their face. He's having a real breakdown, man. Guy was having a rough go of it. And for
I
whatever reason,
mean,
people
it
just
seemed
were
like he
drawn to
was
it.
gambling with life a little bit because I mean, this man took what it was like 100 or 1,000 people, took 2 fish and said, "I'm gonna feed all you motherfuckers," and did it. That's that's the magic for your ass. Because I know if you sitting around 50 or that last person in line, you like, nigga, it ain't gonna be no damn fish. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be nothing up there when I get there.
Yeah,
And
imagine
this
if
motherfucker hit you with like, bam! Like,
it's
what?
like 1,000 people in line in front of you, and you're like, "There's not going to be anything left when I get up there." The motherfucker said he only had two, and then you get up there, and it's like, "Whoa, he still
It's
has a
still like a whole
bunch."
fish on the other side. You're like, how the hell did you just feed all these
Let's
niggas?
see. Lots of people in their 20s don't know what to do with their lives.
I'm weak.
It's true. It's pretty true. I mean, I didn't know what I'm doing now, and I'm well into my 30s. But if you consider all the microplastics in our bodies, then am I halfway to middle age? He lived his life as a poor Jewish man and ultimately started to see his religious leaders for what they were: corrupt and greedy, obsessed people with power. I don't think he waited until he was older. I think he was just an ordinary poor Jewish person and then tried to push back against an oppressive system that wasn't doing what it should be doing. The people of Judea were breaking pretty much every sin in the Torah, and its leaders were no better. They lied, they stole, they corrupted, and ultimately, they killed him by forcing the Romans to crucify him instead of a man known as Jesus Barabbas, a murderer. They threatened revolt if Pontius Pilate didn't go through with it, and they did this because they feared the power he had over other people, not because he committed any real crime. I mean, the power he had over other people, like, you mean because like they liked him, or because like he was doing magic at them and they believed it?
No, it's because he had followers. He had people who was like ride or dies that's willing to die for. Well, yeah, I'll
Man,
say he had some ride or dies, not in his little group of 12 disciples. He needed to. I wish God Jesus had a better like radar on bullshit. But
bro,
yeah, I
I
feel
wish
like
we had some ride or dies. We need some of those.
you always need some ride or dies that's willing to die. And that's the main thing because it's like he had too much of a following. And that following is like whatever they were trying to keep them from knowing or wanted to keep them down, he was trying to get them from that impression. So I feel that. And it probably took
Hmm.
him a little bit to understand what was going on. Because I mean, it is a strong system, and you can't fight it by yourself. And it's hard to get people to believe you. Because like if I come to you and I do some bullshit, I'm gonna have to really do some real bullshit for you to be like, you know what, you worth following. You worth me like quitting my job, leaving my house, and just following you in some like a robe and some clogs, and we go just go around the world helping random people.
Carpentry didn't work out. Decided to change professions. Romans, let me show you how to nail
That
something
could
to a
be what
piece
it
of wood.
is. You're like, I can't make a lot of money building houses.
Bro, there's a lot of terrible jokes in the Reddit threads, huh? Most rabbis become so around their 30s. Anyways, to all you guys in the comments answering, it's not real, herder, grow up and actually answer the post. It's like asking a question about Star Wars and getting that as a response. Wow. Cool McCool, man. Fucking nailed it. Star Wars for religious fanatics. I swear to God. All right. So he could have been having a midlife crisis. He could have just been trying to play it cool, waiting back and trying to accumulate some influence and power. And the Romans were like, no, 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 no. We're going to crucify you now. You're not Jesus Barabbas or whatever the hell. You're Jesus Christ, and you're Jesus fucking Christ. You're dead. The end. That was a Christmas related post we just did, right? That Christmas Christ miss Jesus Christ miss.
Yeah, or also he might have needed like another angel to come down and kind of awaken his power. It'd be like, you know what, you are the son of Jesus or God. You got power inside of you.
I think he already knew, wasn't God like, hey Jesus, you're my boy, and
I
Jesus
don't
was like,
know.
I knew it.
He probably didn't say nothing. Because
Yeah,
I mean,
God's kind of a
he didn't
douche
even
like
talk
that.
to Mary. He said some random motherfucker was like, on this day, have your legs spread apart. Our heavenly Father gonna come in, do some shit, and then in 9 months after that, you're gonna have a baby. You're gonna name him Jesus. Well, what if no? It ain't no what about nothing. This is what's happening. All right.
Now here's 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Peace.
Peace.
I don't know, man.
That's the story of Jesus,
And
the
that's how
Raysean
Jesus.
version.
I mean, honestly, that's the best Christmas gift I expect to receive this year is your retelling of the Jesus story in the style of Raysean Gatson. That was beautiful. You know, we're all going through our Jesus era now that we're in our 30s. Well, you're not in your 30s, Ray, but you too will experience Jesus era. And when you
Hope so. I
do,
hope that's the era when I just make shit happen, man.
like what? Because I don't feel like you're going to be running around healing the blind and shit, spitting in people's eyes. Or maybe you
I
will.
don't
I don't
know.
know.
I feel like, everybody say that's in their 30s. That's more or less when men start to get into their career fields and actually making stuff happen. That's when you start to kind of find yourself and stuff.
It's a lie. It's a lie. But you
Well,
know
I guess
what?
everybody different. Everybody have different stories and stuff. I just
I
hope,
got some stories.
people be like, I peaked in high school. I just hope I'm not one of those. I hope my 30s be like, man, I'm booming.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I peaked in high school, but maybe 24 is like a safe bet. But yeah, some deep reflection on Jesus and fucking the meaning of life and all that on the advice pod today on this the third day of Christmas. I don't know why I just said that like Triumph, the insult comic dog, but I did. 3 French hens. We'll see you tomorrow again for the 4th day. Raysean, how's your Christmas going?
My Christmas is going. It's hard to say, man, because this is also like a time period where I'm having to get ready to move. So I don't have like a tree up or anything. So we not necessarily have like the Christmas vibes going on, but I have been watching some Christmas movies. I just watched one that was Queen Latifah that had Queen Latifah in it called The Perfect Holiday. I don't know if you know anything about it. It's a black classic movie. I don't really ever really hear a lot of other people talk about it, but it's a really good movie. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's a staple. You can obviously tell it's kind of a story taken from a different movie and kind of given a different term because I could see the story being used in a different story type of thing.
Well, there you go. It's a bonus gift for you on the 3rd day of Christmas. Go watch Queen Latifah's The Perfect Christmas, as suggested
The
by
Perfect
Raysean.
Holiday.
Shit, what did I say? The Perfect Christmas? No, that's right. Not non-denominational. Perfect Holiday. My bad. The Perfect Holiday with Queen Latifah. And we will see you again tomorrow for the 4th
NLL
day.
Cool J.
Oh, shit. You didn't tell me. You should have led with LL Cool J, man. I would have fucking watched it already. All right. See you guys tomorrow for the 4th day of Christmas.